Nathan. I'm here in Barcelona on this sunny day. I am incredibly jet lagged. Still can't sleep since I've been back in Spain from California, but hopefully in a few days I'll be able to sleep again. So please forgive me if I speak a little slowly and stutter, or if I just simply don't make any sense. Hopefully I do. I wanted to continue this conversation that I was talking about yesterday. Yesterday I spoke about traditional advertising models and how in email marketing and newsletters and what B2B companies can adopt from that. And today I wanted to talk about how actually companies turning into media companies as using content marketing to grow, and not only to grow but to actually future-proof themselves. This is something that I think that we all should be doing, and it's not a new thing. So I got an email learning about the company Wyndham Destinations, which is a hotel chain, and they actually just acquired the online magazine Travel and Leisure for $100 million. So Wyndham is I hope I'm saying it right, Wyndham. Anyway, they're a hotel chain, so they are in the short-term rental industry, in the hospitality industry, and they purchased a magazine. So what they wanted was access to this global audience of 35 million loyal followers across a ton of platforms, and they have nearly 60,000 club members. And what are these people doing? Well, these people want to travel and enjoy leisure. So instead of building their own content marketing, they decided to go the M&A way and buy a content company that already had a ton of followings. And this isn't anything new. And it's especially, there's been mergers and acquisitions of different kind of companies purchasing content and media companies as a way to future-proof themselves. This is not a new thing. We have AT&T this year as well that bought HBO Max, and it took Friends and South Park. If you're wondering where Friends went from Netflix, it was AT&T who said, hey, how can I get all these people to become customers of mine? How about we show them Friends? So what I'm getting at here is not that we all need to become entertainment companies, because if you're a business intelligence platform, for example, there's no reason that you need to start showing South Park to get your customers. That's not really targeted to what you're looking for. But what I think is important to take from this story is to see the value that content has for your business. So I do believe that content can future-proof your business if you do it the right way. So none of these companies that have been acquired, these content, entertainment, media companies that have been acquired, are creating content for any reason other than to entertain people, to get people to come back for that content and for that content alone. So one way that we as B2B companies can do this, and this is what I was talking about yesterday in the email newsletters, where I was saying we can get a lot of people to sign up to the email newsletter, not by a lead magnet, not by a white paper, not by any other kind of gated content that tricks them into signing up to the newsletter, but really actually signing up to the newsletter for the sole reason of wanting to receive the newsletter. We can also do that in the other kind of content we create, in the video content, in the written content, the blog content. But actually turning your B2B company into a media company, that is what is going to future-proof you this year. If you get content that people are coming back to for the pure reason of wanting to hear from you because you are entertaining them or keeping them up to date or inspiring them, or maybe if you're just a pleasure to watch and people feel like they're your friend, well, this is what's going to future-proof your business. So how do you go about doing that? That's the next question, right? If you're a small company, a small startup, acquiring a large magazine with millions and millions of followers, that's not really possible for all of us. So starting to create content with the aim of how can I make this content really interesting, really cutting edge, really something that people will want to come back for, instead of saying I need to get content out there at any cost and just putting it out there just for the sake of creating content as cheaply as possible, that's not the answer. The answer is getting into this mindset of how can the content I create help become assets that I'm building its equity towards my company becoming a media company in the future, instead of me having to acquire one as I grow. So those are my thoughts for today. Hopefully in the next few days I'll be a little bit less jet lagged. I've been up until 4 every day this week, waking up at 8, and I'm used to sleeping 8 or 9 hours a night normally, so it's been pretty rough on me. So thanks for listening all the way through, and I'll see you tomorrow.